You're listening to Chris and Chelsea. Afternoons on Wild Country 99.
It's now time for a relatively new feature on the show with Chris and Chelsea. It's called Am I a Jerk? Where basically somebody wants to know if they're being a jerk, whether it be in a relationship, it could be with coworkers, or it could just be with life in general.
Right? And then we open it up to all of you to weigh in and kind of help guide them to maybe some change.
You guys decide if they're a jerk or not. So we welcome Tim to the show. Hey, Tim, we're going to find out if you're a jerk. What's going on?
Oh, man, how's it going? So New Year's came and went. I decided my New Year's resolution was going to be, I was going to be a better husband to my wife and help her around the house with the chores, do the stuff that she's always complaining about. So far so good, or so I thought. I was, started doing chores and helping out and stuff, and she was super, super ungrateful and unhappy with me, and complaining and just really, it's not cool at all. So the straw that broke the camel's back was she said the other day. She goes, "Oh, you're absolutely useless."
Ouch. Oh, man.
Yeah, and I'm just doing my best here. So, I'm going to stop helping. I'm just going to get out of the way and give up on that idea. Am I a jerk for that?
Possibly. I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say no because he feels defeated, Chelsea. What's he supposed to do,
I mean, I totally get where you're coming from. There have been times where I've wanted to quit when it feels like I can't ever get anything right.
So we're going to get some advice, Tim. What we're going to do is we're going to ask our audience to call in, text in 320-656-9453. Is Tim a jerk for saying he's not going to help out with the chores anymore because his wife says he's just terrible at doing them?
Gosh, that's awful.
We'll take the calls and we'll keep you on the line here, Tim, and we'll get back to you with the result, okay?
Thank you.
It's all coming up next with Chris and Chelsea. Back to Am I a Jerk with Chris and Chelsea. Tim wants to know if he's being a jerk to his wife by not doing the chores around the house. After the new year, he wanted to turn a new leaf. She's always complaining about doing all the chores and how much of a struggle it is. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to help my wife out. I'm going to do some of these chores. So he started helping out, and then she starts criticizing him, saying, "You're basically useless."
She straight up said, "You're useless." And that really, really hurts. We got a text, and this is from Vicky. She's like, "I hear your frustration. It's demoralizing to put in effort only to be told it's wrong. However, stopping entirely makes things worse. While your wife's delivery is the problem, quitting shifts for the entire, putting all the load onto her is not fair at all."
Sheila says, maybe ask her how I can do this better. Is there a certain way that she does it? Maybe she can help explain and get you to do it better. I mean, a lot of guys just don't know how to do a lot of these things,
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys are domesticated. They don't know how to do laundry. They don't know how to fold towels.
Megan says that's a total cop-out. She's like, men know how to do these things. The problem is that they have wives and moms who do it for them their whole lives, and then they're just useless and helpless. She's like, how about you phrase it like this? I want to contribute, but when you criticize the way I do it, I lose motivation to help. Can we agree on a standard, or can you let me do it my way? I love that. That's like a win-win, man.
I'm just, the fact that she would tell her husband, the man she apparently loves and loved enough to marry him, that you're useless. Could you imagine telling your kid that if they did something wrong? Why would you do it to your husband? It's just, it's mind-boggling.
It sounds like I think there's something deeper going on here, Chris. It's more than just chores.
Hey, there could be. Let's find out. 320-656-9453. We have a lot of texts that are coming in. We have a lot of calls on hold as well. Let's start with Kim. Kim, what do you think? Is he a jerk?
Okay, this is kind of funny because I feel like I've been hearing about this whole weaponized incompetence thing of men doing a bad job so they don't have to do stuff. I know that's not exactly what's happening here, but it does kind of sound similar. I think that even though this man is clearly getting his feelings hurt, it's one of those things where it's like, she's been doing this work for ever without your help. You need to go learn how to do it. If you're not doing a good job, you need to keep trying until you do a better job. But I think she also could probably be a little nicer.
But a lot of these things are probably a personal preference, right? Like when I fold towels and laundry, I fold them better than you. I'm not going to teach you how to do it. You do fine. I'll just redo it. It's not a big deal to me,
You've shown me before, though. You're like, do it like this or whatever. And I've adjusted because I don't want to hear about it. And I do want to do a good job.
We compromise.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, is it bad or is it just not the way you would usually do it? Because I think that warrants a conversation. But I also think he needs to go figure out like how to do some stuff because he's probably, if he doesn't do it very often, he's probably not doing things very well.
So is he a jerk?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, kind of harsh. My gosh. All right. Texts are still rolling in right now. A lot of people are saying he is kind of copping out. He is being a jerk.
Yeah, Kate says it sounds like you're feeling checked out because you can't win, and that's a really lonely place to do. But she says it isn't fair for one person to do nothing. It also isn't fair for the other person to be a boss instead of a partner. I never thought of it that way.
But if you throw your hands up just because you can't do it well, that's quitting. You're acting like a toddler there too.
Yeah, you can't do that. I was thinking about this the other day. You and I both work full time, Chris. You and I both average some weeks like even 60 hours each. And I come home and then I take care of the dogs and then I'm, trying to make dinner and I'm trying to clean up the whole house and
you
stuff.
sing the dishwasher song.
Yeah, and it's like, man, it's a lot to maintain a house and home on top of full-time jobs, especially if both people are working.
Jen, what do you think? Is he a jerk?
I think he's fine. I mean, I understand like the impulse, you're trying your best to improve and then you feel like you're getting nagged at. I totally get that, but I mean, I think he needs to understand where his wife's coming from too. I don't know, like listen to the woman you married.
So you say try to do a better job with the chores?
Yeah, and don't take the little comments so personally. It just let it slide. Keep trying your best every day.
But Chelsea, we know that sometimes your best is just never good enough. You're with a person who it's never going to be good enough. There's people like that. I was married to one at one point.
Yeah, and that's where it gets absolutely exhausting.
Yeah.
Plus, it's hard to not take it personally when someone's basically calling you a loser and worthless,
That's when you are starting to do personal texts to your spouse. That's where that's bad. That's really bad. These are, at the end of the day, these are just chores.
A lot of people texted in saying that, they should probably seek counseling because there's something else going on here.
Yeah.
One more call. Alyssa, is he a jerk?
Ooh, this is a tough one. I mean, maybe he should still make an effort so she doesn't feel like she's doing too much. But, I mean, if I put myself in his shoes, he's like, I can't win. I don't think he's a jerk.
He's just in a I can't win situation, right?
Yeah, you just can't do it right. He just can't win, so don't bother.
I kind of feel for him, but I don't. And I don't think she's really a nice person, but maybe she really is deep down inside. This is tough.
I want to end with this. So Anna texts us in, and this hits with me when it says the husband is helping out.
Yeah.
It's your house too. Those are your kids too. Those are your pets too. So if the wife wasn't in the picture,
that's true.
You would be taking. So this isn't helping out. This is you doing your part. And maybe that's just me, especially when you have both spouses working, or even if she's at home with the kids all day, that's not easy. So I think he maybe needs to step it up, but she shouldn't be disrespecting him.
His idea of helping out should not be sitting on the couch, drinking a beer, putting his feet up when she comes to vacuum underneath him.
I pay the bills, so you're my servant now. All right.
All right. So we appreciate all the texts, all the calls. This is a heated one here today. We're going to get Tim back in the phone. And we're going to give him the verdict, basically, and we're going to find out his thoughts and what the next step is. We'll do that coming up next with Am I a Jerk with Chris and Chelsea. All right, wrapping up Am I a Jerk with Chris and Chelsea. We got Tim back on the line right now. We had a lot of texts that actually came in. We appreciate all the calls as well. Is Tim a jerk in this situation, Chelsea? What do people say?
Well, Tim, there is a lot of sympathy and empathy for, when you're constantly getting told that you're messing up, especially using the word useless is really hurtful. But majority of people are saying you can't just stop doing chores altogether. That would make you an absolute jerk.
Maybe find chores that are easy to do, you know?
Like taking out the trash, you can't mess that up.
And you're right about the word. If somebody calls, I don't care if it's in a relationship or a coworker or just that's an insulting word. Useless. And if somebody said I was useless, I'm not going to be sticking around very long, which makes me think there's something deeper here that's going on.
Yeah, that's super disrespectful.
Some people have recommended maybe going to marriage counseling. I always made fun of marriage counseling, saying that it's the beginning of the end.
Right, but
Sometimes it works.
I had a counselor that said if you call your spouse a loser, that means you're married to a loser. You chose a loser. So be careful how you speak to your spouse. But Tim, you can't just stop doing chores.
Do you think counseling is in the future with you guys, Tim?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to counseling. I think we need couples counseling because, yeah, this seems like it's coming from a deeper place, and I think we need help.
I think so too. Hopefully she accepts to go with. If she
Yeah.
doesn't, then that's not a good sign, obviously.
Tim, I commend you. I think it's a huge, great step. It's you taking accountability. You're obviously trying to work towards your marriage. Marriage is a lot of work. So I'm hoping for the best, and you guys can get to the bottom of this, of what's really bothering her.
All right, Tim, appreciate it. Hopefully that's what you wanted to get out of this feature. We appreciate you being part of the show.
Well, I appreciate it.
So Heinz, the old condiment company,
Yeah, ketchup.
they do more than ketchup now, I believe. There's Heinz everything, it seems. Isn't there?
Don't they have like gravy too?
Probably.
They do have gravy.
So finally, they've solved the
Finally.
age-old problem of introducing a French fry box with a built-in ketchup holder on the back of it.
Who's using this? Like for fast food chains? For restaurants?
I saw this a couple of weeks ago. There's certain, no big chains, there's certain restaurants now that are actually buying these boxes to put their fries in. And then on the back of it, it has something you just kind of pull out, and then you can basically put the ketchup in there.
I love that. Then you're not messing around with ramekins and little packets that you have to rip open and everything makes a mess.
They say when you're driving in the car, which you probably shouldn't be eating while you're driving, it's kind of distracting anyway, but a lot of people do it. But you can dip your fries in the old holder on the back of the box there without getting ketchup all over your fingers and causing a mess. And they think they've solved the number one problem in the world right now.
Wow, not all heroes wear capes.
Because if you spill something in the car, it's terrible. Like if you're eating fries and one falls in between the seat and the console, that's gone forever.
My thing is, I'll be driving because I like my chicken nuggies. I treat myself to that every once in a while. And I'll be holding the chicken nugget box, and then I've got my sauce between my thumb and my middle finger, and then I'm holding the box between my ring finger and my pinky, and I'm trying to drive.
How are you holding the wheel?
Knees.
I'm pretty sure that's dangerous,
Knees
Chelsea.
and elbow and my
do-
right hand. My right hand grabs the food, and then I quick do a little boop boop. So this takes care of that, kind of.
Or, Chelsea, you could probably do this. There's two other options here, which is probably a lot safer. You can wait till you get home to eat them.
They're not as hot.
Or you could park somewhere in a parking lot and then eat them and then drive. There's an idea,
I'm
huh?
not parking in a park. I gotta get home, man. I gotta get home to the dogs. I don't have time to mess around.
So you can give them a nuggie? I'm just saying.
Okay. Don't come at me with your logic. I'm just saying that this ketchup holder is going to make life a little bit easier.
So how are you going to get the ketchup in the holder when you're driving?
I do it in the drive-thru. Like right after I pay and I pull up, I do it real quick.
Has Heinz figured that out? Because people are still driving. You're still distracted. I don't know. It's just another thing to be distracted over. It's a cool distraction. Don't get me wrong. It kind of looks.
Pam just texted. She's like, "Why don't you just have like a food tray attached to your steering wheel?" Because Pam, when I turn, it's all going to go in my lap.
You're not helping, Pam.
But I have thought about it.
Have you ever suffered a food spilling disaster in the car?
Oh, yeah.
When you had to like maybe slam on the brakes because of somebody around you, or you just weren't paying attention and maybe a drink. If you spill a drink in your car, it's basically ruined. You can't get that out.
It's so bad. Well, I have protein shake on my passenger seat because I ran out of cup holders.
Remember that time I bought this big thing of vinegar at the store, and then I forgot it in the back seat and was rolling around, and it actually cracked a leak?
When was this?
My car smelled like vinegar for 3
Gross.
weeks. It was nasty.
You smell like a pickle guy.
320-656-9453. Food spilling disasters. We'll take your calls and texts coming up next with Chris and Chelsea. So we want to know what your worst food disaster was in the car, whether you're driving. Maybe it was one of the kiddos that totally dumped a whole drink on the car, maybe on the seat, maybe on the floor. Maybe you dropped a bunch of fries between the seat and the console, so it's gone forever.
The worst.
Unless you get your car detailed, that's the only time they're going to get those out.
Yes, it's so bad. So Ruth just texted in. She's like, sour milk nightmare. It was awful. She's like, I have triplets. And the three of them in the back seat, they love their milk time. But she's like, I got to tell you, it's the worst at the end of the month when I clean everything, what I can find underneath the seats, including spilled milk.
I don't think it's worse
Gross.
Is that worse than a car smelling like vinegar for weeks?
Yes, because she says it freezes in the wintertime, and then when it heats up when it warms up, then the smell hits you.
What if my car smelled like that? I don't know, a Mercedes back in the day before I
Oh, you're so bougie.
got rid of it, and that was when I first met Chelsea.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
And then I let her drive my car because I wanted to wow her, right? What if it smelled like vinegar? Would you still be as wowed as you were?
I wouldn't have even gotten in. I would have been like, this is gross. And I love pickles.
Would you question why it smells like vinegar?
I'd be like, either he's got a body in the trunk, body in the back seat. He's trying to hide. Yeah, that would have been over.
Oh my gosh.
Over.
Food spilling disasters. 320-656-9453. Dan, you're up first. What's yours?
I had a 32-ounce cup of Mountain Dew spill all over me because it wasn't sitting in the cup holder correctly, and I had to slam on the brakes at the stop sign.
Oh, no.
It went all over me, went all over my gear shift. It was a standard. Yeah, let me tell you, it was sticky mess. It took me about 3 days to get all the stickiness out.
And you're never going to fully get it out either because all the nooks and crevices that are on your console area.
And that sticky sugar.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Haley, what happened to you?
I have a Wendy's double cheeseburger that's loaded.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving, and the car in front of me slams on their brakes.
Oh.
I slam. I hit my steering wheel. My cheeseburger goes all over my face.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's everywhere on my face. That's when I realized I have no napkins. So I'm driving to a place with mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, tomato, lettuce all over my face. And I can't clean up until I get there.
The worst is not having. This is exactly why I'm OCD when it comes to napkins in my console.
Yes.
My whole console is full of napkins. That's all that's in there, really.
I needed that yesterday. Well, I had the seat heaters on. I spilled my chocolate protein shake because I had some. There was still some in the bottom of the shaker. I ran out of cup holders, right? So I was like, oh, she's going to ride shotgun. She'll be okay. It tipped over. There's chocolate peanut butter shake all over the seat. Then it froze.
Let me guess, Chelsea, you're probably trying to eat nuggets and drive again?
No, I was editing a TikTok.
While you're
parked.
driving?
No, while parked.
Would you just drive and not multitask when you're driving? My gosh.
You got things to do, man. Will just text in the reason why we call it pop, not soda, Chris. In the Midwest here, he's like, I left a whole case of Coca-Cola cans in my back seat, and sure enough, it exploded over the weekend. Pop everywhere, sticky, frozen shrapnel everywhere.
Did I ever tell you about the guy that I saw driving down the highway? I passed this dude. This was out in Oregon.
Oregon.
No, Oregon. I was driving. I looked to my left, and I did a double take. I'm like, the dude's holding a plate. Like a plate.
Like a plate?
A plate. He's eating a plate of spaghetti.
Well, drive. And you thought I was bad?
Well, it's right up there. I'm not
with
saying.
his fork and a plate, and oh my gosh.
I'm like, I've never seen anybody eat a plate of spaghetti on the highway before. It was insane.
Wow. My worst fast food, I think, to eat at tacos. Those are impossible. We'd always have like
Oh, that goes everywhere.
Like for lunch, like for high school. So I got my driving skills from there. And you're trying to drive with your knees as you're eating this taco, and it's going everywhere. Cheese is everywhere. Lettuce is everywhere. It's just a total mess.
Like one of the things I've learned, if I can't park somewhere and enjoy my food with the condiments and sauces, as you know, I'm a sauce snob.
Yep.
If I can't do that, I'm just not going to order food. Like, there's nothing worse than trying to eat a burrito and then trying to squeeze the sauce and open the sauce packets while you're driving. How dangerous is that? How stupid can we be? I got to stop doing that.
Did you see what Tom just texted?
What?
Tom says, I'm a trucker. He's like, did you hear about the great marinara mess of 2022? He's like, I was behind it. 150,000 tomatoes spilled on I-80 in California and made the road as slippery as black ice because people were running over the tomatoes.
That's got to be sloppy. Where's the Parmesan truck?
Oh, and then the spaghetti guy. That'd be cool if he dropped down. He's like, oh, this is great.
We need the noodle truck to come by. Somebody tip that thing over. Let's go.
Ew.
We're going to feast. So here's a hack if you want to stay warm, especially when it comes to your footsies.
Yeah.
I haven't said footsies ever, probably. My mom used to call them footsies.
Oh, my dad calls them feetsies.
The footsies, the feetsies. If you want to keep your toes warm and you don't have those warming packets that a lot of people like.
Oh, those are so nice.
I saw this is a hack. I didn't know this was a thing, and I still don't know if I would do it. Some of the LA Rams players actually put cayenne pepper in their socks to keep their feet and toes warm.
What? Does it actually... Gross! Doesn't work?
During the game in Chicago.
Is that why they won?
Probably not.
Cayenne socks?
No. Well, I'm just saying,
Why would they think of that? They're just, ugh. Does it burn?
the cayenne pepper improves circulation, reduces inflammation, and even helps with weight loss.
I mean, I knew that. Like, it's good for you. But why in the world would you sprinkle that in your socks?
You need a half teaspoon of cayenne pepper with 1 ounce of foot powder.
Okay.
And that'll apparently keep your feet warm. My question is, what if your feet get too warm and they start to sweat?
Ew,
and then it turns into like a cayenne foot powder, like.
And if you're, just swamp feet. And if you are wearing white socks, you can kiss those goodbye. I couldn't imagine trying to wash to get cayenne pepper out of your socks after a 200-pound athlete's rubbing it and it's sweaty and ugh.
And if you're with somebody who has a foot fetish and maybe they like to sniff and
stop, you're just weird now.
And play with toes.
That's nasty.
Warn them ahead of time that your feet are going to smell like cayenne pepper. You don't want them to run downstairs and grab a glass of milk.
Dogs are always sniffing your feet too. You're gonna kill Daisy. It just takes one whiff.
Has anybody tried the cayenne pepper hack by putting it in their socks when they're going to be outside for a long period of time?
Gosh.
If so, I don't think anybody has. 320-656-9453 is the number.
Pair that with people who put the onions in their socks, add some beans and some ground beef. You got chili feet.
All right, now you've taken it way too far. That's disgusting, Chelsea. Jeez. So how's the old polar vortex treating you over there, Chelsea, and your T-shirts?
We're hanging in there, man. I'm like, if I think that it's warm out, then maybe it'll be warm out. Plus, I really like this T-shirt. Did you read it?
Do you have a sweatshirt or something?
Yeah, I have my Lululemon hoodie.
Why don't you put it on? You're complaining that it's so cold in here right now.
It is. It's freezing. My nose is running right now.
What does your T-shirt say?
It says, I may be wrong, but I highly doubt it.
That's typical Chelsea right there in a T-shirt. Did they make that just for you?
They did.
Your name's underneath it.
It's from a local winery, too, which I love even more. I saw that T-shirt. I said, mine.
So obviously it's cold outside. It's only going to get colder as the week goes on.
It's going to be, like, brutal this weekend.
I feel bad for the people that have to work outside. Not completely, but those, especially delivery drivers.
Well,
I know they have heat in their vehicles, but still.
Some do, some don't. So on my way in this morning, I was passing, what's the PC word for it? So the garbage truck was driving through. There's a guy hanging off the back of the garbage truck, right? Because they were in a neighborhood, so it wasn't enough for him to ride in the truck. So he had to be hanging out the back end, grabbing the canisters and helping guide them. And he was covered head to toe. He even had goggles on.
Do you think at the beginning of the shift they do rock, paper, scissors to figure out who's going to get the shift in the back of the truck?
They got to. And
it's probably seniority.
I pray that they switch. Because there's no stopping when you're going through all those neighborhoods. That's just a rough job, man. I'm super appreciative.
So that's a cool job. Back in the day, out of high school, I got a job at the post office because my dad worked for the post office.
Oh, man. And wasn't this a walking route?
I did it because I was the new guy. Yeah. And whenever there was somebody gone, I had the walking routes. The people with seniority, they had the driving routes where they didn't have to do much. And I had the hills. I had the hilliest parts of town.
Not all sidewalks are cleared.
And I did this for just the summer, spring into summer, and then I quit in the fall. I couldn't imagine what it would have been like with those walking routes in the winter.
I thought you said you did this. We're talking about the coldest jobs, and you're talking about spring and summer. I couldn't hack it.
You think I'm working those hills in the middle of winter? Heck no.
We parked on a side street the other day. You had to walk over a snow hump. I thought you were gonna die.
I decided to go. You know what? I'm gonna leave this bougie post office job. I'm gonna go into the stable career of radio.
Oh, speaking of stables,
that's a great idea.
That was my craziest outdoor job. So I managed a barn. We had 16 horses and then 16 cats, and so every day I had to let the horses out unless it was sub-zero temps. And especially in the wintertime with crazy mares that are pregnant and you had to watch out for ice, I was always so scared that they were going to slip and fall on the ice, getting them out to their paddocks.
I'm just wondering why you guys needed 16 cats. That seems excessive.
There were no mice. People kept dropping them off.
What?
They're like, they thought it was they treated it like a cat sanctuary.
Oh, wait, because horses are scared of mice, right?
Well, they get into your grain and they eat the grain.
Oh, I thought horses are scared of mice. I don't know why.
Well, yeah.
No, it's snakes.
Snakes.
Yeah.
I don't know. My horse killed snakes for me. But
Okay.
I'm just saying, you don't get a day off. It doesn't matter if it's freezing cold. You got to take care of your livestock.
So if you work in a cold job, what exactly is it, and how do you try to stay warm when you're outside in the elements during these temps right now? 320-656-9453. Who has the coldest job? We'll take your calls and texts coming up next with Chris and Chelsea. Do you have a cold job where you have to be outside a lot? Delivery drivers, UPS drivers, post office drivers,
We went garbage.
Amazon drivers,
Yeah.
mail carriers, obviously. Most routes now are probably driving routes, or they have the community mailboxes, so it's not as bad as when I worked there.
Oh, man, it's rough. Jake just texted in. He said, construction, we are filling potholes all winter long trying to keep up with the work. And he's like, you have to be outside dodging cars, especially in icy conditions. He's like, it's not for the weak, that's for sure.
Yeah, construction workers, I feel for you guys too.
Oh, my gosh. They were working just a couple days ago. I was like, my gosh. We have a text in electrical linemen. This is nuts.
Oh, you're up in the air with the wind.
You're up in the air. A lineman 40 feet up feels significantly colder, especially when it's a minus 20 wind chill. He's like, you have to work with heavy rubber gloves for safety, which make it nearly impossible to use any type of hand warmers to maintain your fine motor skills.
Man. Yeah, you lose feeling after a while.
It's rough.
Jess, what do you do?
Delivering Amazon packages.
Yeah.
It's miserable. It's cold. I literally just got stuck, and I had to have a tow truck pull me out, and I'm just back at it delivering. I'll probably be out until tonight delivering packages for everybody.
Because it's so easy and convenient to order Amazon.
Rough, man. And is it worse, do you think, hopping in and out of the car?
I think so.
Yeah.
Jess, what do you wear that helps?
I'm just wearing a pair of jeans, winter boots,
Yeah.
and then I have my gloves, my sweatshirt. I have thermals on. Hot hands is a must. Hot hands everywhere. You put hot hands everywhere on your body.
It's got to be tough for those that have long driveways or long sidewalks leading up to their house.
Just rough, man.
Yeah, I feel for you. Erica, who do you know that works in a cold place?
My husband works a cold weather job, so for a long time their dock doors didn't work. So whatever temperature it was outside, it was that cold on the dock. Because their heaters did not work.
Oh, that sounds...
No, because the big doors are opening and closing constantly.
Does he bundle up?
He wears a lot of layers, multiple coats, lots of layers, socks. I had gotten him a battery-powered heated vest to wear.
Oh, nice.
At work, so then his core would stay warm. So then it would pump warm blood to his extremities and stuff, so his hands and his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Just lots of layers, hats, gloves, anything that we can think of to put on them. So when he was driving the forklift, they don't freeze to death, especially going in and out from the dock into the truck.
Right. Has he complained to the company? That's something they should probably fix, right? You know?
He was cold. Like, they were cold. They had filed union grievances and all kinds of stuff against the company for not having their heating system working.
Yeah, get that old union involved.
That's not okay.
They'll take care of things.
I remember my mom worked at a plant, and same thing. When you are operating heavy machinery and you're right next to those doors, and they're having to bring product outside to inside, inside to outside, they would cook in the summer. And then they would freeze in the winter, and there's no way to get around it. We have Jess here. She actually worked for the airport, Chris. And she's like, just being out there on the tarmac, it's absolutely brutal, especially with the chill of the jet engines that are blowing freezing air at you.
Well, there's nothing to, the wind just whips right through there. It's just a flat area, you know?
Oh, man. Shout out to all of our farmers, too. The 365-day obligation. Been there, done that. Doesn't matter if it's rain, freezing.
You know, we're lucky enough to have one of those electric heaters that hang on the ceiling in our garage.
Oh, it's bougie. Just having a garage in general.
But I don't like to use it because it just eats up the electricity.
Did you turn it off?
Honestly, if I ran it on low,
the
entire month, the bill would probably be $200 higher than what it is.
We just got an email from our landlord who said, do not, we have neighbors who leave their garage doors open with the heat going out.
Well, that's pretty stupid.
Oh my gosh, man.
So it's enough with you in the house eating up all the energy.
I don't even. I don't even. I huddle upstairs in our little bedroom. I'm like, ooh.
Put an extra layer on, Chelsea.
Look, if I put on any more, I'm going to look like Randy from A Christmas Story. I'm not going to be able to put my arms down.
Hey, just think of all the money we're saving, though. So I have never heard of this hack before. When it's cold outside, delivery drivers now are spraying vodka on their windshields.
Okay, why are delivery drivers driving around with vodka? 1. 2, what? 3, what if they get it on their clothes and then they're accused of driving drunk? 4, what about open container?
You have too many questions, Chelsea.
I'm just saying this is a bad idea.
Apparently, spraying vodka on your windshield will prevent it from icing over. There's other products probably in the market, too.
There's probably like 100 different things you should do other than this.
And isn't vodka fairly expensive? It's not like alcohol's cheap these days.
Well, I mean, there's our Kharkov.
I saw a video. There's a guy, he sprayed vodka on his windshield, then added a few shots to his windshield washer reservoir.
Oh,
He's spiking his reservoir.
A little bump, huh? That's okay. Your windshield wiper fluid, that shouldn't be freezing to your windshield, period.
No, it's not designed like that.
Man. Seriously, so many. This is wrong, Chris.
Obviously, you're not using the good kind of vodka. He says any cheap bottle of vodka. This is probably the vodka that's in the plastic bottle, like the Phillips.
I'm telling you, no, worse. Kharkov. Do you remember that? That's not just bottom shelf. It's literally like below the bottom shelf.
He says any cheap bottle of vodka will work because alcohol does not freeze. That's why it works so well in the windshield. A lot of cities, even in our area, are facing wind chills at 35 below through the rest of the week. What is it going to be, like a high of 14 below on Friday?
Oh, my God. That's not even a high. Do you remember when we were driving through the mountain passes in Colorado?
Yeah.
And it was a rental car, and they ran out of windshield wiper fluid. So I understand. I mean, you could almost die. I understand you want to keep your windshield clear.
I was flying down the pass with the windshield, with the window down.
Yeah.
My head was sticking out the window like Ace Ventura in the movie.
Not the way I wanted to die. Very Final Destination. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend drivers carrying around open containers of vodka.
No, put it in a spray bottle and keep it at home. Don't keep it in the back seat of the trunk. Yeah, if you get pulled over, your windshield's probably going to smell like vodka. Well, you can't really smell vodka, though, can you?
I could see a driver just having a day, and he does a couple squirts on the windshield, couple squirts in his mouth, he's just having it.
I don't think people are doing that. And yeah, you don't want to leave an open bottle in your car. That's not a good thing either. So we're not endorsing that. I'm just saying this is kind of a cold weather hack that somebody put out there. I thought it was kind of cool. So maybe you have one. 320-656-9453. What's your cold weather hack? We should have a lot in this area, right?
Oh, yeah.
We'll take your calls and texts. We'll do that coming up next with Chris and Chelsea. We're looking for your best cold weather hacks when it comes to your vehicle. Maybe there's something your grandma taught you back in the day. This is how you clean off a windshield when it's cold out.
Yeah.
They still have that. A lot of people, I don't see it very often. People will put cardboard on their windshield and kind of tuck it underneath their wipers when it's going to snow a lot. Or if you have like freezing rain, because then you guys take the cardboard off and your windshield's fine.
This takes me back to my high school parking lot when people had older cars and they were putting cardboard. What they do on the front of their car,
yeah,
so that it would warm up faster. You can still do that. Kate texted in, she's like, facing east trick. Park your car facing east, especially if you work in the city and you have to park outside. The morning sun's going to provide a free natural defrosting.
Never really thought about that
For your car.
I like it though.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, this is better. This is better, Susan says, than vodka. 2 parts rubbing alcohol, so still alcohol, and 1 part water in a spray bottle. Alcohol has a much lower freezing point than water, and it'll melt frost instantly.
Do you still put a bump in your windshield washer reservoir?
Oh, God, why stop there? Oh, gosh, and then, no. Rachel, no, we're not rubbing potatoes. Rubbing half a potato or onion on your windshield the night before creates a thin sugar oil film that prevents frost from bonding to the glass.
When it's 14 below, I don't want to be outside in the wind and the cold.
Rubbing potatoes.
Rubbing a potato on my windshield. That doesn't sound like fun to me.
Oh, cooking spray.
How about Fireball on the windshield?
I love Fireball, not on the windshield though. Rub a little cooking spray on the rubber seals of your car doors. This prevents water from settling in the seals and freezing the door shut. Wish I would have known that.
You're gonna Pam your car. It's gonna smell like a grease factory. It's gonna
smell like
oil.
Grease. It's gonna smell like onions. It's gonna smell like you just got done working at McDonald's.
Missy, what's your cold weather hack?
I put socks on the windshield wipers when you pull them up. it doesn't like freeze. Like, so say if it like snows and rains, and then it gets cold and it freezes, it doesn't freeze on there as water.
Huh.
It like freezes on the sock instead.
I never thought about that.
I saw somebody.
Usually people will put their windshield wipers straight up in the air, which always looks weird to me.
I saw like 3 cars. This was a month ago with socks on the rear view windshield wiper.
I just thought putting a sock there was don't bother us. We're inside getting busy in the car.
Really?
You know the old sock in the doorknob when you're like in college?
No,
no. That means we're busy, don't come
busy,
in?
Yeah, I was busy studying, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure you were, Chelsea.
Books. That's why I graduated from college. Kitty litter trick. Fill a sock. Speaking of sick, Chris loves his socks. Fill a sock with silica-based cat litter, tie it off, and place it on your dashboard. It's supposed to absorb moisture.
I've heard of that. I'm not going to go buy cat litter and do that. Just sounds weird to me.
Gross. Kenny says that he puts his floor mats on the seats. He's like, I don't have fancy heated seats, so it gives you a little insulation between you and the cold. But then now your floors are dirty.
Jim, you're up next. Tell us about an old school hack you do when it's cold outside with your vehicle.
Get you like some kind of a metal bucket, and put some charcoal in there and light it, and wait till it gets done, burning. It's just hot coals, and put it underneath your oil pan. It's a lot easier on your car starting, and because that oil's real thick, it didn't have time to get up into the cylinders. So that's a big help right there, and some of that heat will get up and keep the battery warm.
I never really thought of that. It doesn't sound safe to me, so I don't know if I would do that. Thanks for the call, Jim. Putting fire underneath your car, I don't know if I'd.
Well, after the coals cooled down.
Well, yeah, the coals are red, but how long are they going to stay fired up when it's this cold outside?
And then it's right next to your oil. I don't even know where the heck my oil pan is under Betty White.
Remember the old school cars that had the plug-in in the grill? And
yeah.
You'd plug them in to keep the oil warm throughout the night?
That was my brother. That's for diesel trucks. He'd plug in Fiona. Yeah. And so that she was trying to turn over. Do-it-yourself ice melt. A gallon of warm water, 6 drops of dish soap. This is coming from Mary. And 2 ounces of rubbing alcohol. There you go. Rubbing alcohol.
That's still fairly expensive, isn't it? Or is that cheap?
I think it's affordable.
I think it's actually it used to be 99 cents. Now it's probably $5. But lots of good hacks. This is interesting. I found this interesting. I'm glad we did it.
For pet-safe alternatives for ice on your sidewalks, de-icer on the sidewalks, coffee grounds or sand, she says. Those are good. Better than, if you have pets and stuff at home.
So then your stoop smells like a Folgers coffee shop.
Best part of waking up.
Okay. Well,
Folgers on your stoop.
For those that don't like Folgers like me, that's a good way to get rid of it.
And then the delivery driver gets a little quick sniff and a little pep in his step.
There you go. So the most interesting man in the world is back.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that reps Dos Equis. He went away for 10 years. He's 87 years old now. He was on a 10-year hiatus.
Wow.
They just didn't want to use him, but he's back with a brand new campaign. It debuted last night during the college football championship.
I missed it. I wonder if we were arguing about my chat GPT trying to figure out the score and picks.
Which makes people wonder, where has he been the last 10 years?
10 years.
Was he still the most interesting man during that period? Or maybe he turned into the least interesting man in the world.
He claims he has a story to tell, but it's the worst anecdote you've ever heard. He brings absolutely nothing to the conversation, yet somehow still dominates it entirely. He kills time in the restroom by reading the terms and conditions of his smartphone. He claps at the end of flights. His hot takes on the issues of the day are about as original as using the default ringtone. He asks people to play board games with him at dinner parties. He reads reviews of plain yogurt. His favorite places to dine are all chain restaurants. He's so milquetoast that his favorite dish is literally milk and toast, followed by whatever everyone else is having. He is the least interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink water, but when I do, I make sure to hit my recommended daily intake. Stay boring, my friends.
And he also drinks it from the tap, too.
You know what? He sounds like a steady guy.
I like him more as the most interesting man in the world.
There you go.
So I am totally glad that he's back. Good job, Dos Equis, for doing the right thing. So this is trending online right now, and it's kind of gross. Have you ever heard of a crumble cookie company?
Oh, Yeah.
I believe it's a franchise.
My friends are obsessed with crumble cookie. Anytime that we're in the area, we have to stop by and get their, I think they have weekly menus of different cookies.
Maybe not after this.
Why?
It's gathered over 33 million views and climbing. A Crumbles cookie employee is shown resting their feet on the baking dishes that they make their cookies on, which is not cool,
Barefoot
right?
or with shoes?
It doesn't really matter.
Gross. Why would you post this?
I'd rather it be barefoot, to be honest with you. You know what you step in with your shoes on a daily basis?
Blech.
The incident is prompting customers to cancel their orders right now. Obviously not good PR. Crumble responded. You know what they said? They said the video is old. The store has new ownership, and appropriate action was taken, which is basically a cop-out. They're basically trying to save face is what they're doing right now. So we have new ownership, so our employees now are better. We don't do it. It happens at all, I don't want to say all restaurants, but a lot of chain restaurants where you get that bad egg employee that just doesn't care
and they ruin it. And here's the thing. You see that picture, it's going to stick in your mind. Like, people aren't going to forget that. The damage is done.
So if you've ever worked in a restaurant, maybe a fast food chain, I don't want to hear the name. I don't want to know the name of the restaurant.
No. We don't want to bash people on air.
Fill in the blank, the following phrase. My boss and customers would freak if they knew the kitchen staff blank. I don't even know if we want to. Let's do it.
Yeah. And I have a few. I've worked in restaurants.
There's got to be a good story or two that we can do that. My boss and customers would freak if they knew the kitchen staff blank. 320-656-9453. We'll take your calls and texts coming up next with Chris and Chelsea. Fill in the blank. My boss and customers would freak if they knew the kitchen staff blank. 320-656-9453. A lot of people have stories, something they want to get off their chest. A lot of texts coming in already.
Oh, my gosh. And we are not going to name any of this, Chris.
No, let's leave the name of the restaurant out of it. I don't even want to know.
This person said, I'm not even going to put the names out there. She's like, I've worked multiple restaurants, as a lot of people do, multiple chains. She's like, the 5-second rule on really expensive proteins. This is not all restaurants. A $50 steak hit the floor in the middle of a rush, and some cooks might give it a quick sear to kill the germs and send it back out.
Oh, come on.
Stop it. This I've done. This I've seen. Treat the decaf pot as a suggestion. You know how people at the end of the night, they always ask for decaf coffee, and it's kind of a pain to redo it, especially if it's 10 o'clock and you got to dump it all out. So they dilute a little regular coffee with it.
My boss and customers would freak if they knew the kitchen staff blank. What do you got, Rachel?
They would be shocked if they knew that we had served food that had been dropped on the floor.
No!
I was cutting a ham up, so I was doing deli ham, slicing it up for sandwiches. And, unfortunately, the ham that I had was super heavy, and it was super slippery, and I dropped it on the floor. So I just picked it up and wiped it off, and I cut the first slice and whatnot, and I threw it in the trash, and then the rest of it we used.
Yeah, the rest is good. Don't worry about it. I think rinsing it off would probably help a little bit, right?
Lord, my gosh.
Hopefully that business had squeaky clean floors. I'm just saying that honestly probably happens more often than you think, Chelsea. I don't even want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it either.
In every place, accidents happen. Whenever I would drop something on the floor, I'd automatically throw it away because I'm not gonna consciously serve it to somebody else if I wouldn't eat it myself. That's just cruel. I'm sorry.
Mistake food. Yes, where servers are devouring mistake food with their bare hands. So this is one. A kitchen makes an extra appetizer by mistake. The staff often descends on it like piranhas in the back hallway and eating it over a trash can in 30 seconds flat. I've done that before. You don't, as a server, you do not get bathroom breaks. You're always getting pulled aside for a million things. So, oh gosh. And this is with bread, the bread baskets, the uneaten bread.
Here's my thing though. It's like, I don't know if I'd want the staff eating mistakes. Does that encourage your staff to make mistakes so they can eat for free?
No, because then your chef is going to yell at you when they're putting out all the food. There's normally a chain of command.
What if there's no chef? What if it's just a fast food place?
There's always a head. There's a head person somewhere.
What if bartenders did that on mistakes that like pouring a beer?
Well, we saw that. Yeah, Chris, but those are on Bar Rescue, and there's a reason why they're losing $8,000 a month. Know what I'm saying?
My boss and customers would freak if they knew the kitchen staff blank.
Oh my gosh, that we rarely, if ever, clean the soda fountain nozzles. Those little black nozzles are supposed to be soaked nightly, but in busy or understaffed, they can develop biofilm, basically slime.
How about cleaning in general on a regular basis?
Oh yeah, deep cleaning. Now I gotta say, at Starbucks, at least in my store, we followed protocol.
I've seen a lot of Bar Rescue episodes. I'm not saying they're all like that, but there's a lot. Trust me. John, what's your story? My boss and customers would freak if they knew the kitchen staff blank.
My godfather had a restaurant. Their staff would be sneezing like in the chili. And then the funniest one was I was getting pancakes. They ran out of milk. So what did they use for a substitute? Sprite.
What? You can't use Sprite as a substitute for milk.
Can you?
No.
Oh, okay, I'm just.
I just think it's the only thing they had.
What the heck?
Use water.
Now that's messed up. If you start swapping ingredients, oh my gosh. Karen said, she's like, for people who have allergies, sometimes they don't always, use just the soy containers or the milk container. What is that called? Cross-contamination?
Yep.
Oh, when you use the same utensil, she's like, this is really, really scary, especially for people who have like deadly allergies.
Well, there's a lot of employees that just don't realize that, or they're not trained properly. Cross-contamination and people with allergies, you have to be real careful of that.
It's really, really bad. Oh, this is a texter. We never wash our menus. She's like, think about how many hands touch a menu every day. Unless they're plastic laminated, which they get wiped down with bleach, they're often the germiest items in the building.
That's actually true. I think about that, but I'd rather just look at my phone at the menu. I don't even want to touch one of those, because you ever touch a sticky one? You're like, oh, this is gross. Now I got to go wash my hands.
Trash talking. Awful guests happen all the time. She's like, I once rung in the customer who was super picky. I called her a not nice name, but it printed out on the ticket. Oh, yeah, they're talking bad about you. They might smile to your face, but you can betcha they're talking smack.
I should look at my receipt more often, see what my name is.
I've done that before.
Probably the most polite guy in the world.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure you're a doll.
I am. I don't, I'm like the easiest person to serve and get along with. I don't demand. I don't ask for a whole lot. Just show me that you care. That's all I really care about.
You do come home. This is the opposite. You come home and you're like, they don't even wash their hands coming out of the bathroom.
That's disgusting.
Which you should.
Here's the thing. I've seen employees like in the kitchen walk out of a bathroom really without washing their hands. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming they're washing their hands in the sink in the back. But I don't see it. That means you're not.
Rachel says people would be shocked at how many times, and these are professional chefs, that they do not use gloves when they're cooking. A lot of times bakers will not use gloves because their fingers are their thermometers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't want to talk about this anymore because there's a lot of restaurants that I love. If I knew something shady was going on like this, it would taint my image of them. And I don't want that.
Until I want like another Happy Meal or something, I'll forgive you.
So we got some new emojis coming to our phones.
Mm-hmm.
I only use like 2 or 3 emojis. I use the faces basically. I don't look into the others. I guess I'm just basic.
I love them.
Or I'm too old.
Do you remember that once all we did was back and forth? It was all emojis that we'd send to each other.
My mother loves emojis. She's obviously a boomer, and once she discovered emojis and just texting in general, like she includes more emojis than actual words.
I always know that it's from your mom because when I look over, it's like butterflies and hearts and stars.
Where does she find these
at?
It's
so cute. I think she just gets in there and she starts having fun with them.
So a list of the new emojis coming. It's not going to be anytime soon. I guess it has to go through a whole process, which is kind of weird to me.
Oh, yeah.
It shouldn't be this complicated.
No. These should be checked out for sure. These are kind of weird.
So they've been shortlisted. They're going to be on cell phones starting probably in early 2027. It takes a year for crying out loud.
I don't even have an iPhone anymore. Am I going to be able to see these?
So finally, we got a pickle coming.
Thank you.
How many people have been asking for a pickle emoji for years?
You could say it's a big deal.
Why do we need a lighthouse emoji? I have no idea.
I don't know.
There's a world-ending asteroid emoji.
That's dope. I like that.
Because, well,
I'd use that.
Some days you just wonder, you're like, is the world coming to an end? This
Crash
is
and
crazy.
burn, crash and burn, baby.
There's also a new face with squinting eyes
I like that.
that made the list.
I like that. Any type of sassy face emoji, I like.
Shattered glass is going to be another one as well.
Wow.
And yeah, some of these are interesting. Some are just like, take it or leave it, you know.
What's the fight club? Oh, when two people are getting into a scuffle, like cartoons. That's pretty dope.
What would that emoji look like?
Like a cloud.
Yeah.
And then maybe little lightning bolts coming out of it or something like that, little fight cloud.
Oh, like the old cartoons,
Yeah, like
you know?
the cartoons where it looks like a little explosion. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
I like that.
So I don't know if you found this interesting or not, but I always do whenever it comes out every
Little
single
emojis.
year.
I don't have an iPhone. The rest of my family does. So you guys do all sorts of weird things.
Aren't there emojis on Androids?
We have them. Yeah, I have them, but they're not always the same as iPhones. So sometimes you guys send stuff and it just looks like a little square.
Why can't we get the emoji committees together and just make them all like one?
Oh, Chris, it's like with any bipartisan system. They just hate each other.
What do people do that have old Blackberries?
I don't know, or flip phones.
What do they send? What do they send people?
I don't miss flip phones. You still have to do them old school, man, using the colons and parentheses and the squigglies.
I wish they had emojis back in the day. I had a pager out of high school.
Yeah.
Now, I was bougie and cool.
Yeah, I bet you.
You had to go to a payphone and drop a quarter in, and then you had to send something that was decoded the word to somebody else, and then they'd look at theirs. They'd have to pull into a shady gas station, find another payphone, and send it right back to you. We didn't have cell phones back in the day.
You see, children, that was back in the 1900s, before the internet was invented.
Hey, it wasn't that long ago.
And Chris rolled back the rock every day from his cave and would venture into the land.
You're just jealous you never had a pager.
That was before electricity.
You're listening to Chris and Chelsea. Afternoons on Wild Country 99.